Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the pre-patch Shadowlands checklist. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're going to be going over the pre-patch Shadowlands checklist. The things that I've noted for today is just by going over a nice little checklist that I made up in order to make sure that we've got ourselves all ready for the 13th. Now, aside from all of that, let's just get crack into this. Now, the first thing that I want to actually mention is the checklist for everyone that should be doing it is Brutosaur and getting your Void Wing. I know this is basically your last chance. Literally, it goes away literally tomorrow, and that means that we got a little bit of stretch for time. So if you are able to do it today, then this is basically your last chance before the Brutosaur and the Void Wing go away. So just bear that one in mind, because you're gonna have to do that last push in order to get it. Aside from all of that, the next things of note that you may want to consider is Relic Mats. Now, are you actually all stocked up for your relics? Now, I know I currently am with all of my different materials that are flooding my bank and all that jazz, and I'm all stocked up with my mounts and all of that. Now, the next thing of note that we should be getting onto, however, is by just making sure that with your stocked Relic Mats that you've got a wide variety of them, because a load of scalable items will be coming in and out. So I want to have a variation of loads of different ones to make those relics with in order to scale those items, in order to basically maximize the amount of gold that I'm getting. The other thing of note is the most promising ones look to be vanilla and BC items, in particular for scalability. So that's some of the ones you may want to be doubling down on if it's your last chance before the prices go completely haywire. The prices will probably haywire just a little bit, and that is something you may want to consider if you're going to be buying your mats as of pre-patch, because they'll probably go up and down and side to side and in circles, if you get my drift. Now, aside from that, I bought mine like a month or two ago, and that was because they were super cheap. Now they've actually gone up in value. I can actually make money on my mats, so even if I sold my mats flat outright, I'm still going to make gold, so that's always a plus in my end. Now, the last thing of note, if you do want to get hold of your mats, you can always farm them up for sure. There's been a load of different videos on how to farm up all the different types of relic mats, so bear that one in mind. The next thing on our list is characters. Are they leveled to their appropriate level? I.e., are they 120 or are they 110, or catching up on any of the alts that aren't already leveled? Because obviously the scaling comes in literally tomorrow, and that means that we're going to have a little bit of an issue overall when it comes to all of that jazz, and those characters are going to get scaled back a little bit, and you're going to have to require a little bit more time into doing this. Also, if your characters are not appropriately leveled, then they're obviously going to be scaled back, and you're going to have a little bit of a hard time when actually going about leveling them up again. So this is probably a better way of actually going about doing this. Other than that, the leveling process seems to be a lot faster, so that is always a plus, even if you do miss out on this, but it would be helpful if you did that. The next thing that leads on to this, however, is DKs and Demon Hunters. If you have not got them yet, I would consider go making them, because they'll get scaled back as of pre-patch, and then when you actually originally make them again, you are going to be starting at a hell of a lot lower level than as you would if you were just creating some other different type of class now for that. So if you're making a Demon Hunter, it will come up at level 98, so that's going to get scaled back further ahead than you would if you made a Demon Hunter after pre-patch, and that is something you may want to consider doing now if you don't have a Demon Hunter or a Death Knight, because obviously the scaling is going to reduce them quite considerably. Last thing that I really want to talk about for today is banks. Is your bank cleaned out? Now, I find that pre-patch is probably the best time to actually just clean out your bank and sell off any other stuff that you don't need, however. Now, I do have one character whose bank is completely stocked up with random stuff, and that is mainly due to the fact I just pour everything into there and then I clean out everyone else's. That is, of course, my mage. My mage's bank is completely full, but aside from all that, all of my other characters' ones are nicely laid out and cleaned up in order to get a head start. So, i.e. my inscription character has actually got all of his inks all laid out nice and neat, and that means I can just crack on and start working on everything going forward. Along with that, the other things of note that I do tend to do is just sell off any of the things that is just randomly there. So i.e. random battle pets that are in there, recipes, anything really, and I just sell those off because they're not really needed. They're just going to sit in the bank for ages and do nothing, so I would rather just try and turn that into gold overall. Now overall, I think that it's going to be a little bit unrealistic to actually hit some of those ones, so i.e. Brutosaur and Voidwing. If you haven't really got it now and you are not able to get it literally by the end of today, then it's tough luck really. The other things of note are definitely doable. Relic Mats, you should have really done it like a little while ago, but I have been banging on about it for quite a while. But if you are stocked up, rats, everything's going to flux, and that means you're going to make some gold with that. Characters leveled, not really overly that crucial, but it is helpful nonetheless, so then you can just jump straight into Shadowlands leveling content with your ults. That is the main reason why I've leveled all my ults. And with your DKs and your Demon Hunters, I'd say that's probably your best bet, is to make them now instead of later. Aside from all of that, that is pretty much all I have to say for this video. Have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. If you want to support the channel and help make the channel even better, then why not check out the Patreon? Members get additional info, gold making resources, and Patreon specific content. The link is located in the description down below. Thank you and have an awesome day.